Raptors shot chart. I'm your host William Liu. Today we are watching Malachi Flynn against the Washington Wizards. In this game, he had 16 points on 6 of 13 shooting, and we are looking at his 13 shot attempts. So let's roll the tape. Okay, so first off, a few things stand out. One, Flynn goes over the screen, which is fine, but it's pretty high, and he's a little bit late on the play. But he makes good effort to get back into the play. Looks like Ish Smith just loses the ball on his way up. No one's even touching him in this situation. He's just losing the ball. And I liked Malachi's hustle here because if he didn't hustle back into the play, Robin Lopez would have come up with that loose ball. But Flynn makes that extra effort, comes up with the loose ball. And when he turns up court, he doesn't actually have numbers. The Raptors have OG going to one corner right here on the right. You got Utah on the left corner right here. But the Wizards are in pretty good transition defense situation right here, especially with the Raptors have two trailers on this play between Stanley and Baines. But as you will see, Flynn's defender sags so far back. I mean, he's got a foot like just outside the free throw line when Flynn decides to shoot. And his closeout is terrible. He does a little skip right here. And so he's not really able to generate the closeout that makes any sort of impact on Flynn's shot, and Flynn nails the three. So that's a good shot. I like that shot. Let's look at the next play. Okay, so on this one right here, okay, pitch, floater. All right, so the Raptors run this play a lot, just a motion action. And the goal right here is to sort of get Flynn into a shot by making his defender move and read and react. In this case, Neto does a pretty good job, actually. He avoids Baines' screen. I think Baines could have been a little bit higher here, or he usually likes to move into the defender a little bit. It's a little dirty, but it's not really dirty. It's sort of veteran smarts. But in any case, the screen makes no impact. But because Flynn is so quick, he's already past Neto, and he's taken Neto out of this play. Now, I would have liked to see him maybe take one more dribble here, because I think Robin Lopez's positioning isn't actually that great. You can see he's already kind of helping back towards Baines. His body's kind of positioned in a way where he's flat against Malachi. He could have taken one more dribble there. It's not like Robin Lopez is an explosive leaper, but I don't mind the shot because obviously, Malachi has trust in his floater. He's probably hit that shot a million times, and he goes up for the banker and it just doesn't go in. But it's not a bad shot, and also bonus, Baines actually got the putback for once, so that's nice. Let's watch the next play. All right, so first off, really good recognition right here by Malachi. So he's coming down the court, and what he's seeing is he's got a lot of separation between him and Neto, so he can accelerate into that shot. And what he's betting is that he's going to be so quick, he's going to beat his man to the spot. And so he's aggressive right here. He bursts into that space, and he's right on his gamble. The fact that Neto is still moving, is clearly a blocking foul. He's moving into Flynn's path. So the foul is called, and Flynn's also able to then still explode mid-air acrobatic, makes the end one. I mean, that's beautiful all the way around, honestly. It's a very, very tough shot right there, and just good recognition right there. That's a case of good aggressiveness by the point guard. All right, so I don't really hate this shot. So the Raptors, pitch the ball again, a little bit of motion action, and they got Flynn coming off the pick and roll against Westbrook. Now, if you notice right here, so Flynn dribbles into that mid-range shot, which isn't the worst read. I mean, it is open. You could try to slip the ball to Baines, but Baines isn't really going to be a good pick and roll finisher. But the thing is, you'll notice Flynn jumps forward on his jumper, and he's a little bit unbalanced. You see his legs are sort of kicking in midair right there. And I think maybe he's anticipating a more athletic closeout from Russell Westbrook. Obviously, Westbrook is a supreme athlete and could have affected the shot if he wanted to, but Flynn was almost anticipating that kind of aggressive defense that didn't really come. So he kind of made that shot a little harder for himself. He's also kind of released it weirdly where he kind of pushed the shot because he's probably moving forward. It's not a regular follow through. If you notice, his hand is right there. It's, this is all on a diagonal at this point. And yeah, the shot is hard off the back, which not surprising. He's moving towards the basket. Not a great shot, I would say. He could have taken a better shot there. All right, next play. All right, ball moves strong to weak, pick and roll, pull up, 3. Yeah, I mean, there's not much to explain on this one. Similar here, Westbrook just gets really caught on the screen. I don't know if he anticipated what Malachi was going to do, but it seems like he reacted super late. And Boucher's had a really good screen here, completely takes Westbrook out of the play, and yeah, Flynn is wide open. He's taking a regular shot, he's up and down. You can see his body is actually straight this time instead of diagonal, and the shot goes in. So that's a pretty nice shot for Malachi. Good recognition there in seeing that Len's going to drop back and Boucher was hitting a really good screen. Oh yeah, okay, that's nice right there. That's nice. So Malachi comes down, and if you notice, so the Wizards are switching at this point, which I'm not totally sure why, but so they're switching. So he comes off the pick and roll with not even a pick and roll really. It's kind of a slip, but Siakam slips the screen, and you'll see Ish Smith goes to Siakam, and this guy, who I don't really know what his name is, but it's the same number 1 on the Wizards who dropped back too deep on Malachi earlier in the game, allowing Malachi to pull up for 3 in transition. Malachi sees him here, and he just knows that his feet aren't good. I mean, watch the defender's feet. It just watch the feet. Don't even watch the ball. Just watch his feet and where he's going. It's not good. He's literally doing one of those TikTok dances right now. I mean, look at that footwork. It's terrible. And Malachi, I mean, if you now watch the actual play itself, so first off, he comes off the pick and roll, crossover between the legs, in and out dribble with the left hand, crossover again, and at this point, I mean, the defender is really not positioned well to guard Flynn, and Flynn just bursts through, takes the contact, no help at the basket for some reason, and yeah, Flynn, and 1. Easy bucket. But that's probably his nicest play of the whole game, honestly. That was very nice to see. Okay, so this is a bad shot. And so in this case, Flynn calls for the pick and roll. He gets the switch. Again, the Wizards are switching voluntarily, even though Utah slipped the screen. You see Ish Smith go to Utah, and then you'll see Malachi against a bigger player. Now, he pulls it back and tries to attack, which I don't mind. I think you should probably explore your options, in life in general. But so he takes him out to the perimeter and tries to drive past him and use his quickness. And at this point, when he picks up the ball, the defender is still right there. You could say the defender's, kind of on him a little bit. Maybe he's anticipating the foul, but he actually doesn't grab Malachi, and Malachi just goes up for the shot. Now, the situation here is there's 15 seconds left on the shot clock. If you're going to pick up the ball at this spot and try to shoot, don't do it. Just kick the ball out. Give it to Pascal, reset the play, let the offense run itself out, because this is just not a good shot. He's out of balance. He's like weirdly kicking the defender in the nuts, Draymond style, just to sort of get his balance there. He's completely out of balance, and yeah, the shot misses badly. That's a bad shot. There's no other way to describe that. Okay, very nice play. Defensive breakdown by the Wizards right here. You'll see, so OG's in the post, he kicks it out to Baines, quick pitch back to Malachi, come out the pick and roll here. Now, earlier in the game, the Wizards are switching, and I think the Wizards are anticipating switching here, but if you stop it right here, you see this arm right here by Ish Smith. He's telling his big man, don't worry, no help, I'm right here with Malachi, go back to your man, no switching here. So for some reason, on the fly, Ish Smith decides to call for the team to just play it straight up. And he recognizes that late, and the impact of that is he ends up actually clipping Ish Smith. So that's almost a second screen for Malachi, and Malachi's able to burst all the way to the basket. I also want to point out this bit of defense right here. Garrison Matthews is looking and worried about the kick out to DeAndre Bembry, and he's in complete no man's land. You see his face. He's not even looking at the ball. And honestly, if Flynn wanted to kick out to the corner, Bembry probably would have been open. But again, the bottom line is Bembry's made like 5 threes maybe all season. Like, what are you doing there? You should be helping at the basket. But yeah, Flynn, good quickness right there. And yeah, explodes the basket. Just bad defense all around by the Wizards in that play, though. All right, so that's pretty straightforward play right here. Malachi comes off the pick and roll. Now, what I would have liked to see is him take this shot right here, because Ish Smith is really late, has no position at all to contest. He's not even really in balance, and Alex Len is dropped back. And this would have been a good pull-up three to take if Malachi wanted to attack the drop defense by pulling up from three. But instead, he is more focused on maybe the drive, maybe looking at what develops on the weak side. Utah also cuts through, so there's no drive possible for Malachi because there's three defenders here. You see Westbrook's in position, Len's in position, and at this point Ish Smith has now recovered back into the play. So he decides to reset, which is fine. Works another pick and roll, and taking this shot, I mean, he's a little bit more rushed, and there's, Len is a little higher. Ish Smith is right on his back, and it's not a terrible shot, but again, he had a cleaner shot. If you compare this shot that he ends up taking to this shot, which he ends up not taking, yeah, I would have preferred if he took this shot right here. But again, it's always easier to say in hindsight. All right, so not the greatest situation here. So comes off the pick and roll. Baines with the screen. Ish Smith is clipped on the screen. He's a little bit late recovering, and Malachi sees Alex Len. Now, Malachi sees that maybe the big man isn't going to be able to turn his feet and turn his body. And Malachi does beat him with quickness to a certain extent, but length is also a huge factor here, and Len just recovered really nicely. He turns his body, avoids the contact, gets Malachi to commit, and then reuses his length to close out and block the shot. That's just really good defense by Alex Len. But, I don't hate the aggressiveness by Flynn. Maybe he could have taken it with his other hand. If he went up with his left hand here, maybe it would have been a little bit easier. But then again, Westbrook's also right there on the help, and he's obviously not guarding Utah because Utah's not really going to be able to score much. And so maybe Flynn decided not to use his left hand because Westbrook would have gotten to it. But yeah, this is good defense by Alex Len, honestly. All right, so this is nice. So this is exactly what I was saying in the last play. So same exact situation. You're getting a pick and roll with Malachi and Aaron Baines, with Malachi going to his left. This time, a good screen by Baines completely clips Neto. Neto's off the play. And you'll notice Alex Len is more higher this time around. And so instead of just turning his body and then going for the block, he has to take one more extra step. And for every extra step the shot blocker has to take, that's an advantage for the guard, because obviously Malachi is much quicker. And he drives this time. And you'll notice last time, Westbrook was right here. And so the left-handed layup was a little bit tough because Westbrook could have reached up and blocked it. This time, you have Bertans, who's the help side defender here, and he's sticking closer to Utah, and Utah is also clearing out of that space. And when that happens, now that actually opens a shot for Malachi to go up with his left. And this time, Len tries to contest the exact same way, but because Malachi's quicker, because there's no help defender avoiding Malachi from going to his left hand, Malachi is able to get to his left hand, and that finish off the glass, I mean, that's really nice. A little bit of contact on that play too. He gets the and one, and again, that's offhand finish coming off the pick and roll, and just good read by the defense, or by the offense, in this case by Malachi, recognizing that yes, there's no help defense coming from the baseline this time. He can go to his left hand. The right hand was just blocked by Alex. Let's go to the left hand instead, and really good shot right there. That's probably actually his best shot of the game. All right, so I don't like the shot, and it's not because he missed it. First off, this is supposed to be some sort of pin down. Pascal doesn't screen Neto, he's not even close to screening Neto. Ball switches to Malachi, and I understand him because, look, Neto's closing out like a madman. He's overplaying the whole situation. I understand attacking that closeout, but the defense is in the paint, and it's going to be very difficult for Malachi to get all the way to the basket there because there's good help defense. I mean, there's three guys with a foot in the paint at this point. And so he decides to pull up. The better decision here would have just been, once he catches the ball, take one hard dribble, see where Neto's going to be at, he's pretty close to him. And in that situation, give the ball to Pascal in the post. Let him cook. He's been killing Denny the whole game, one-on-one in the with no 7-footers on the court. You'll notice that, you know, you don't have Alex Len in the game. You don't have Robin Lopez in the game. Just give it to Pascal in the post here. This is a bad shot by the rookie, and really Pascal honestly should be a little bit mad. He should get the ball there. And then the last shot right here. All right, so first off, we got to recognize how nice of a play this is by Pascal Siakam, because he's posting against a smaller guy, and so the help is going to come. He knows the help is going to come. He waits for the help to come to him, and Davis Bertans, who leaves he leaves Bembry on the cut. Now, the thing is, it's a really bad bit of help by Bertans, because not only is he supposed to help here, he's supposed to seal off that whole entire side of the floor, but instead, you'll see Pascal steps through the two defenders, and that creates a great angle. So at this point, he has two options. He has OG in the corner, he has Malachi up top, and Russell Westbrook is only one man, and he can only get to one of those guys. Pascal, if you notice his face, he's looking at OG, his eyes are going towards OG, and he pulls Westbrook towards OG with that sense, but then he kicks out last second to Flynn, and Flynn is wide open. Now, you might say, well, listen, Flynn could have rotated the ball to Gary right here. Denny's going up for the shot. He could have given up that shot for a better shot. To be honest, they're kind of equivalent shots, especially if Malachi's going to be confident taking that shot. He's hit 2 threes by this point. He's 2 of 3. He goes up for the 3 and he misses the shot, but, you know, it is what it is. So, but I don't mind that shot whatsoever. So those are your shots from Malachi from this game. Let me know your thoughts on just if you like this format, what can be improved about the format. This is the first time I'm trying it. And yeah, you know, thanks for watching.